Ladies and gentlemen, intrepid explorers, welcome to EarthX. My name, of course, is Untitled Potato, and this is a, I don't know, like a space strategy tycoon game where you launch rockets, you run a rocket company. It's pretty darn cool. And there is one very, very specific reason that I'm revisiting this game today. This game would initially released into early access in July of last year, and I checked it out when it came out then. Since then, the game has had, I mean, a plethora of updates, and one which, I think you're gonna really enjoy. Right, so I had a little test run, but we're gonna create a brand new game, and we're gonna jump right on into to the classic mode. Orbital Potato, and the company name will be Space Taters. That's right. Let's do this little portrait, and we'll jump right in to the game, and we'll talk a little bit about what is up. It's me, Orbital Potato. Thank you very much for making me aware of what the situation is. Right. So we have a couple of very, very important missions. The first one is to get a rocket manufactured, assembled, and launch it into flippin' orbit. That's right. So what we basically want to do is level up our company. At the moment, we're at level 1, and we need to try and progress that to level 2. In order to do that, we need to complete these challenges right here. So we need to unlock all modules, launch 1 low Earth orbit rocket, build an office, build 2 factories, build a laboratory. It's pretty darn simple, and we're going to go through the motions of setting that up right about now. So I think probably the first thing that we're going to want to do, look at this game, by the way. It just looks fantastic. Look at that. That's a space shuttle. Oh, that is so wonderful. I absolutely adore the way that the game looks, and the whole sort of polygon vibe. It's just fantastic. I can't talk about how much I love this game. Anyway, yeah, let me go into company progress and let me unlock that, right? So we'll unlock that, and that will allow us to unlock all of the bits. So we're going to unlock the small fairing. We've done that. Brilliant. We'll unlock the small fuel tank. We'll unlock that as well. We've got skill points which we're using to do this. We'll unlock that. And what do you know? I think that is all of the components that we're going to need in order to plan a simple rocket. Brilliant. Okay, cool. We've got max factories of 2, max offices of 1, and max launches at the same time of 1. That's all of the stuff that we've got on the, the basic level 1 startup level. So that's pretty cool. And we're hunting after these wonderful skill points in order to chase some upgrades. We're gonna need a heck of a lot, and we ain't got very many at the moment. Okay, 2 factories, 1 lab, and an office. We're gonna just build that straight up. So let's go into where is it? It's yeah, this one, build mode, and we'll get 2 factories straight away. 1, 2, brilliant. I am very wealthy at the moment, so that's what I want to try and do. I also want to try and get a hangar. Yeah, we'll just build them sort of in the middle of the country. It doesn't particularly matter where you build them. Basically, the factories build the rockets. The offices employ people where you have your administration staff. The labs gain skill points for modules and upgrades, and the hangars store up to 3 rockets, which is pretty cool. As you can see, there are already launch pads that are on the map. So we're already making pretty darn good progress. We can also build some extra launch pads, but I don't really feel like that's required at all. Right. So now that we've got factories, now that we've got an office, now that we've got some labs, we can change the number of people in each of these buildings. I'm not going to play around with that too much at the moment. What we want to do is we want to try and build a rocket. So we're going to go into vehicles, and we're going to set up a brand new project. One of the reasons that I absolutely adore this game is that it is just so simple. Like, it's just bish bash bosh. What do you know? Suddenly you've got a rocket. There are a lot of like process management games that have you sort of like assembling the different components, like extracting the metal ore in order to make the alloys that go into making the fairings and whatnot. And it's like, no, I don't want that. I just want to build a flippin' rocket. That's what I want to do. Right. Space. The movie. I don't know why we're calling it that. But let's call it the Mark 1. Space the movie. Sure. It just came to me. It came to me in a Fit of anguish. Anyway, the reliability of this is going to be pretty darn low. We are going to, of course, use all of the different components that we have thus far unlocked. So the small fairing, small fuel tank, the simple computer, and the simple engine. It's going to cost us about 3 million to do, and it's going to have a reliability of about 50%. So, you know, we can expect about 50% of all of our rockets to... explode. We are going to be able to unlock capsules and whatnot later on to be able to send humans to the International Space Station, which we looked at a little bit earlier. But hey ho, right? So it's very small. We're going to be able to do suborbital launches. We're going to be able to do low Earth launches, and that is kind of what I'm after right now. That's all I'm really that bothered about. So let's go and get a brand new vehicle, and we will set this up to be built in our wonderful factories. There we go. At the moment, it's just going to sort of auto build in whatever factory we have available. So you can sort of see all of the different parts that are going to be built in the factories. So factory number 1 is building the simple engine, and that's, you know, 72 out of 812 progress. And then the factory number 2 is building the simple computer, and then we've got the small fuel tank in the queue and the small fairing in the queue. Obviously, the more factories we have, the more stuff we're able to build at the same time, and we really want to get to a stage where we're absolutely pumping rockets out. But of course, you know, we're nowhere near that. Not at all yet. Anyway, we are making a little bit of progress with our skill points. That's wonderful. We still have plenty of cash in the tank. We built the simple computer. That's wonderful. Let's think about picking up a contract. So there's nothing in the contract tab yet. That's okay. We have a mission to launch one low Earth rocket in order to, or one rocket into low Earth orbit, I should say, in order to progress to level 2, which is pretty darn nice. News, fine, great. There's nothing super interesting yet in the news, but you know, we'll hit that quite soon. And as you can see, we've done no fundraising, and we ain't got no money. Well, we've not made any money yet. And build mode, we've already fully explored that. So there you go. That's a little tour of all of the menus. Right. So all of our individualized rocket pieces have been built. We're gonna move them all to the hangar, which is brilliant. And as you can see, we are, I don't know, one third of the way filled up on that, which is pretty darn cool. I think we're ready to queue this up onto the launch pad, and we'll get ready to launch Space the Movie Mark 1. You're gosh darn correct. Oh boy, this is it. So here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a test launch, and the coolest thing about this game, in my humble opinion, okay, maybe my not so humble opinion, you can actually launch an orbital potato as a dummy payload on a rocket. How cool is that? How unbelievably cool is that? Is that just not the coolest thing? I mean, look, frankly, this has made my year. The developer very kindly said that I could get in the game, and the holy cow, is this just not the coolest thing in the world? This is the mission. No, the mission to end all missions. End all M. There we go. All right, fine. But yes, we are going to literally, instead of launching concrete's lame. Jeez Louise. Instead, we're going to launch an actual potato into orbit. How cool is that? So, let's whap it into the Atlantic spaceport. I need to stop talking about it and start doing it. I mean, look. Launch may well be a failure, so I mean, that's something that we're gonna have to consider. Also, let's try and get another Space the Movie, because I highly suspect that this will be a failure, just given the fact that our reliability is so darn low at the moment. Anyway, are you queued up on the launch pad? Yes, brilliant. Here you are. You're here. You're ready. Okay, hold on. Go back. There we go. Space Tater's first rocket is about to launch. And oh my goodness, doesn't it look like an absolute beauty? Well, we're going to static fire it. I believe that static firing the rocket theoretically increases the reliability. Great question. I don't know. I don't actually know. I think it improves the reliability somewhat, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, we now have access to contracts. We'll deal with that in just a little second. Anyway, let's unpause and actually launch this thing, shall we? Again, there's a 50-50 that it goes horrifically wrong, but we'll see. Brace yourselves, folks. Well, hey, we're actually doing it. We are actually doing it. Where are you at? I think you were covered by a cloud there. But there we go. We did it. Fantastic. Congratulations. We are now in space. Brilliant. Look at that. Look at that. We launched an orbital potato into space. How unbelievably cool is that? How unbelievably cool is that? Okay. I mean, it only cost us like a couple of million, but as it turns out, we ended up getting a bunch of money somehow. I don't care. We launched an orbital potato into space. The payload was me. How cool is that? I cannot get over that. I cannot get over that. That is just unbelievably cool. Right. Well, we did it. We did it. Oh, yes. We were granted. We would like to inform you that your company was granted funds from the government for further research and development. Don't waste them. Well, if there is something which I can do to waste my money, I will definitely do it because that is what I enjoy to do. Right, so, should we see if we can get some contracts? Now, the thing that we've got to bear in mind is that we want to try and develop our rocket force, so to speak. Our rocket force, our rocket, there's a term that I'm searching for. Our fleet, that's right, our fleet of rockets. We want to develop that, so for example, the telework, we would require a rocket to, yeah, a small rocket to go to medium Earth orbit, I think, is required. However, the Air Force, United Sky, and Lockleg Mars all require a low Earth orbit rocket, and that's the only capability that I have at the moment. So, let's see if we can do this. I mean, I'm gonna bid under all of my competitors because, frankly, I mean, that's just what I'm all about. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll bid the maximum price, and I'll submit an offer for the Air Force. Also, United Sky as well. I'll submit an offer for them. And also, Lockleg Mars. I'll submit an offer for them as well. So, hopefully, we get awarded a contract, and that will allow me to, you know, actually do some stuff with rockets. Also, each and every time that we launch the rocket, I do indeed believe that the reliability will increase just a little bit further. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to build that rocket. There we go. And we don't need to launch the secondary rocket yet. We just need to see if we win the contract. Aha! We have indeed been awarded the Air Force contract, which is wonderful. Now, as part of the Air Force contract, we need to launch... What is it? Yeah, we need to launch 4 satellites, but one of them isn't available until 2003. And I believe that the amount of money that we get is per successful launch. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, we should probably launch the Nilesat first, given that there's only 2 years left on the contract. Now, I am kind of aware of the fact that there is a high chance that these rockets will not be brilliantly successful. So maybe we launch another couple of... payloads before. So let's queue up a couple more rockets to be built, shall we? There we go. So we've got 3 more the movie Mark 1s to be built. Let's launch Concrete as the payload, shall we? And we'll just launch it there. We will do a static fire as soon as the rocket has been moved to the pad. Brilliant. That will allow us to get a little bit of extra data. And then we'll launch, you know, fully aware of the fact that, you know, we might end up crashing this thing. I mean, there's only a 58% success chance. Alright, I mean, I will take that statistic any day of the week. 58% chance to succeed, and we end up doing it. Alright, brilliant. It's literally that simple. Again, you know, we are spending our own money in order to make the rocket more reliable, but that's a price that I think I'm totally willing to pay. Oh, look, that's a satellite. That's a CubeSat. Really cool. Really, really cool indeed. So what's the reliability of our rocket now? It's still 58%. I mean, that's a bit low for my liking. Should we just try? Should we try launching a contract? You know what? Let's try launching a contract. So, let's launch you. Let's launch this with the Nilesat in. Sure, we'll launch from the Pacific one. Cool. Also, since I upgraded my company, what do I need to do in order to get it to the next level? I need to get 5 low Earth orbit rocket launches. Successful ones, that is. Cool. Right, let's static fire you. Let's go and have a little look at where you are. Brilliant. And then let's do it. Let's flip and do it. Let's absolutely go for it. Right, so here's hoping for a successful launch. Given that this is our first contract, it would be really great if it was successful, because I like money. And also, I like success. Both of those things are things that I like. I mean, it looks good so far. Just go through the motions of moving the rocket to the hangar once it's been built. Brilliant. Wonderful. Big thanks to the Space Taters team. The hashtag Space the Movie Mark 1 launch. We have some golden employees. Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, so just like that, we end up getting 5 million in the bank, which is nice. Build costs, yada yada yada. It's fine. We end up making a little bit of money on that one, which is brilliant. Okay, what's the rocket reliability? It's now up to 64%. That wasn't my rocket, was it? No, I don't have any rockets launched. Although I'm glad that my competitors are failing. I mean, that's always a really, really great sign. Let's queue up a couple more rockets. There we go. There we go, because I'm going to need them. 64% reliability, although, let me be real with you guys for a second. I mean, we have had 100% reliability thus far, which is absolutely lovely. Let's see if we can launch one of these bad boys. Sure. Let's try and just launch you. And can I launch you at the same time? I totally can launch you at the same time. Brilliant. Okay, so we got 2 rockets queued up on either side of the country, I do indeed believe. Right, so you are over here. Yeah, so you're up in the northeast. And you're over in the northwest. Okay, let's static fire both of these. Yep. Your engineers have found an issue with the rocket and fixed it. That's exactly why we do static fire. That's exactly why we do static fire launch tests. Has that improved the reliability? That has actually improved the reliability. Okay, so it's static fires that improve the reliability. Now, we've got to expect a failure at some point, but we are launching 2 rockets simultaneously, and how unbelievably cool is that? Look at that. Look at that. All right, you know what? As I said, we were bound to have a failed launch at some point, but you know what? One of those launches ended up going off without a hitch, which I'm very, very happy about. Also, we should continually stay on top of the contract situation. I should just make sure that we have a little look. We've still got this rocket coming up as well. I'll submit an offer. Sure, I can only submit up to $5 million. My competitors are 14 million. Okay, unbelievable. Okay, small low Earth orbit. Sure, let's pop that up to the max. And let's see how that goes. Brilliant. Okay, cool. Very, very cool indeed. How close are we to hitting the level 2 goal? Not far off, actually, and that's going to unlock sell hats for us. Okay, brilliant. Well, I'm delighted that we're going to be able to sell hats. I mean, the reliability of this rocket is pretty high. 87% success chance is pretty darn good, actually. Pretty darn good. Right, so it's literally just this one last contract for the Air Force that we need to do. Maybe I was wrong, by the way, about the about when you get the 5 million. I don't particularly know. It doesn't particularly matter. I'm just basically waiting until it hits 2003, and then that was cool. That was really cool. Did you see that? Oh look, it's the Stonks guy. It's the Stonks guy. Am I doing... Okay, 5 launches. I launched more than NASA. That's pretty good. Suborbital companies got more contracts than me. I've got 0 contracts. Or I've completed 0 contracts, I suspect. I mean, I'm pretty wealthy. But not anywhere near where all of my competitors are. Is NASA my competitor? I guess NASA's technically my competitor. Right. Let's launch. Cool. Let's go and do it. We've still got 2 more rockets to go, but no contracts available. Let's static fire that, and then let's absolutely launch. Also, we need to keep in mind that we can upgrade certain bits, certain points. What do you know? We've just hit level 3. We just hit the 5 modules, which now means that we will be able to sell hats, which is kind of nice. And we can spend some skill points on unlocking some new tech, so the medium fairing, medium fuel tank, and the advanced engine. All stuff that I'm very interested in dealing with. I'm pretty sure that the mission income, pretty certain that the mission income is per rocket launch. Just FYI, I'm like almost certain. Okay, cool. Should we unlock everything here? Should we unlock everything in level 3? Unlock all modules? Sure. let's go and do that. Advanced engine, medium fuel tank, and medium fairing. You can now launch many payloads at once. Brilliant. 4 max factories, 2 max offices, max launches at the same time. Right, let's go and take a little look at our... In fact, you know what? Let's get into the day so that I can actually see what the heck is going on. There we go. Let's wait until the sun is overhead. Aha, that's my competitor. I shouldn't laugh, but I am laughing. Ooh, yes. Let's submit an offer for United Sky. Sure. This music is bopping, by the way. Right. So 92% rocket reliability. Let me go into the build mode. I want to build some more factories. There we go. And I'll build some more offices. Let's, you know, continue to try and max out the amount of factories and labs and whatnot that we have. I know it costs a lot of money, but it's going to totally be worth it. And I don't think we actually need any more hangars, but I will get one more just because, I mean, I'm on a spending spree. Why stop now? So, we could bump up the amount of employees that we have per building. Bump that up to 50. So, factories, we can bump that up to 50. There we go. 4 factories. That means that we're going to be able to manufacture rockets, like, ridiculously fast. 4 factories, and each of the factories has got 50 employees. I mean, there are a lot of people that are counting on our success now. We got to be successful. Right, medium rocket and medium Earth orbit. So let's see if we can try and make a rocket to that specification. Right, middle of the road, middle of the space. Middle of the space as opposed to middle of the road. Let's see if we can bump up medium fairing. Just a simple computer and an advanced engine. Yeah, I think that that'll be pretty decent. Medium Earth orbit, medium, yes. Low Earth orbit, yes. So we can do everything. We can do everything that we could possibly need with this rocket. Let me just see. It's going to cost me 15 skill points in order to upgrade the reliability, build cost, and build time. But I don't have the 15 skill points at the moment. However, that would be really, really nice if I could indeed get that. But no matter. Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and create middle of space. And we're going to queue up a couple of vehicles. I'm kind of hoping that we'll have a contract ready for this. I'm gonna try and keep a close eye on these contracts. As you can see in the left, I want to make sure that I offer the lowest price, the best value for money. So we've got that done. Brilliant. Let's queue up another rocket as well. Move that old one to the hangar, the one that's been manufactured. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on this. Look at the speed, by the way. This is 1x speed. Look at the speed at which these rockets are being assembled at. That is frankly ridiculous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right. 19 seconds left. Brilliant. Give me one more rocket. There we go. 12 seconds. Okay. Just want to make sure that nobody comes in with a lower price than mine. I'm going to, you know, select the launch price. We're going to bid. We're going to absolutely bid the lowest. I just want to make sure that I'm absolutely bidding the lowest in each and every possible way. Suborbital company, I'll bid, sure, I'll bid that. Did we get the contract? Did we get the contract? I don't think we got the contract. We totally did not get the contract. That's a colossal bummer. Man, that's really, really irritating. All right. Also, let's see if we can unlock... What I want to do, actually, is I want to upgrade the... Yeah, upgrade the simple computer module. So that, I think, should have a knock-on effect to the reliability of the brand new rocket. At least any future rocket that I build, theoretically. Have I won any contracts yet? Any contracts at all? Right, let's try and bid a little bit under the maximum that I can bid. Just to see if we are able to get anything. Aha! I just won the United Sky contract. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so that's going to give us 3 potential launches, which is wonderful. And I do indeed think that we can launch multiple rockets at once now, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, multiple satellites on a single rocket. All of these guys have got 59% reliability. That's cool. Where do we want to launch from? It doesn't really matter. Cape Canaveral. Let's absolutely do it. We've got to launch with a concrete payload, apparently. Bit of a bummer. Don't really want to. Although I guess I probably shouldn't fly just a completely untested rocket. Anyway, let's go through the motions of getting a static fire up and running. Yeah, static fire and then launch. Brilliant. So the reliability is still 59. That's fine. Alright, so this is going to be a substantially larger rocket. A substantially larger rocket. Look at the size of it. Goodness gracious me. There we go. Space Taters have successfully launched the rocket with a concrete payload. It's not quite an orbital potato, but it is impressive nonetheless. Right, we've just got $26 million left. So, I mean, that's not great, but that's okay. We've already bid for that. Cool. Oh, also, the reason that I can't static fire is because, or the reason that I can't launch the satellites in is because they're not going to be in my possession for another couple of years, which is a bit of a bummer, frankly. Bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer. Have I bid for I bid for this rocket. Yikes. Okay, and we do not have the capability. We do not have the capability to deliver this rocket to geostationary orbit. Right, that's a problem. Launch 2 payloads at once, get 3 contracts. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Get that advanced engine upgraded. Yeah, we straight up do not have the capability to do that right now. I wish I had not bid for it. However, we'll see how the telework contract turns out. I'm hoping that we'll get that one. Gosh darn it, we did end up actually winning the suborbital company contract, which is a massive problem because I do not have a rocket that's capable of going to geostationary orbit. Right, let's get forward to 2024. 2024? No, just 2004. There we go. We successfully managed to get the telework contract, which is lovely. Now, we should get the TK-SAT 179 in 2004. So that's going to be our next priority. So that's pretty good. Let's go into quarter 4. What is this? Small, medium Earth orbit. Sure, I'll submit a bid for that as well. Why not? And I'll submit a bid for that as well. Yeah. Large and into geostationary Earth orbit from NASA? No. Okay, so basically we're banking on a bunch of contracts being able to keep us out of financial ruin. I mean, I don't want to say that we're in a bad position, because we're not. We're just in a little bit of a hairy position where we don't have, you know, we don't have any contracts. We don't have any imminent contracts, anyway. Nothing that we can actually launch. For a rocket company, we ain't doing much launching. It's the truth. It's the sad truth of the situation. Look at these clouds. Look at these flipping clouds. They look so good. They look so good. They look so nice. Right. Let's hit 2004. There we go. New payload. Fantastic. We're able to actually launch 2. Brilliant. Let's do it. Let me check out Mr. Stonks. Let me see how he's doing. Wow. Okay, we're not really up to where we want to be. Contracts. I've completed 0 contracts. Yeah, it ain't too hot. I mean, I'm not doing too bad financially, but I feel like I could and should be doing a lot better. Let's submit an offer for that. Let's submit an offer for that. Cool. All right, we'll do it. Let's flip and do it. Right, so let's launch 2 rockets. We've got 2 of them right now. 59% reliability. I don't love those stats, but that's okay. What have we got? We've got loads of rockets that we can actually launch. Okay, let's launch 2. Let's launch the CubeSat 179 and the CubeSat 266. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit... This is a little bit of a dodgy thing to do. Because we don't have the greatest track record, and the reliability is only 59%. So if I blow up 2 CubeSats at the same time, then that means that more of my money just goes down the drain. Yeah, see, look at this. The stakes get way higher. If there is a crash, I lose $8 million. I think we got to go... you know what? Let's test launch. Let's test launch another 2 rockets. I really want to try and improve. This rocket a lot more. I'm really unhappy about how it's not improved. Okay, static launch both of these. Sure, cost 750,000. If either of these rockets are a failure, then as far as I'm concerned, this will have been a good step to take. Launching 2 rockets at the same time. Very, very impressive. Yeah, see, look. This is fine, you know, so we only lose the money. We only lose the money that that we spent on building and launching the rocket. However, we didn't lose a contract there. So what's the reliability now? 75% reliability. I mean, that's not too bad at all. Let's get 3 more rockets built. I mean, that is going to cost me a pretty penny, but we're going to be able to build these super darn quickly anyway. Any other contracts that I want to submit for? No, not really. We've got 1 year left on that. That's totally fine. Right, I think we're going to launch 1 more test rocket. And then the rest, I think, are going to be the real deal. Right. Just give me a concrete block again. Cool. There we go. Static fire, and then launch it. Brilliant. Whap it in 3 times speeds. It was a success. Brilliant. Okay. So hopefully we've learned lots and lots of lessons on how to make a really reliable rocket. 75% reliability. I think we're going to go for it. Let's try and launch individual rockets at the moment. I don't really feel the need to bump it up. Let's try and launch you. Cool. Yeah, let's not be too dangerous, you know? Let's take it nice and easy. So static fire both of these rockets. Hopefully that will increase the probability of success. We kind of need both of these rockets to go off without a hitch. I mean, the margins that we're making on each and every rocket launch, not altogether a ton. Brilliant. Fantastic. Double success. So that's double profit of $800,000. It's not a lot, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Can I spend some of this ridiculous amount of research points that I have? I do indeed hope I can. Also, I should make sure that I don't have enough points. I should make sure that I you know, that I use the small rockets if indeed I need them. I mean, they've got a higher reliability. In fact, you know what? I'll probably see if I can just build. In fact, I've actually got one already. Got one already in stock. Space the movie. Can't launch anything on it at the moment. Although I think that there was maybe something that I should have launched on that, but that doesn't particularly matter. Right. Let's queue up a. Not a new project. Let's queue up a new one of these. Middle of the space. Let's get what, like 2 of them. Sure. We're gonna try and launch 2. We're gonna try and launch 2 payloads on a single rocket, which is gonna be. It's gonna be a big deal, but we're gonna have to do it. We gotta get there, you know? Alright, submit for as many contracts as we possibly can. I don't want to over-contractify myself. Tie myself down to a lot of contractual obligations. However, I mean, I want the money, frankly. What am I looking for? I'm looking for company. Fundraising. So, this is kind of cool, right? So, what we can do is we can basically do a bunch of fundraising, and it's going to cost, well, for this bit of fundraising, it's going to cost us $50,000, and it's going to make us $5 million. I mean, so you'd have to be stupid not to take that opportunity. It's a free $5 million, and it doesn't really matter when we do it, because, you know, $5 million, if you disregard inflation, which I'm pretty sure this game does, $5 million now is $5 million later. So we'll just go. We'll go through the motions of getting that, which is absolutely wonderful. Right. Let's move that to the hangar, move that rocket to the hangar, and then let's actually launch this. 84% reliability. Pretty good. Pretty happy about that. Let's launch it, and let's see if we can launch. Brilliant. 2 satellites at the same flipping time. So, if this doesn't work, I am going to be the saddest potato in the galaxy. Orbital Potato has sold 20,000 hats with the Space Taters logo. The perfect way to finance space business? Correct. Orbital Potato is amazing. Finally, somebody gets it. Right, what have we just done? We've just hit level 4, which is wonderful. We've got the ability to get an altitude sensor, a vehicle connector, 4 advanced engines, small battery, GPS, etc, etc, etc. We need a lot more skill points than we have at the moment, which is fine. And we can also sell bricks as well. Brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. We need to unlock all modules, launch 5 medium Earth orbit rockets, and get 3 contracts. Cool. I mean, I will indeed go through the process of acquiring as many contracts as I possibly can. In fact, we bid for all of them. Let's launch. Let's do it. Let's flip and do it. And you know what? Whilst we're waiting for that, let's queue up another launch. I mean, there's still lots and lots of things that we need to launch. So let's do that. And let's also build more rockets at the same time as well. 96% reliability. I mean, at that sort of stage, that's basically 100%, right? That's basically 100%. Static fire, middle of the space, and then let's launch. I'm probably getting to the stage where I don't need to static fire the rockets, so I can save a little bit of money. Brilliant. Move that to the hangar. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, financially, pretty darn happy about the way that, that things are going. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I think if we launch, what, one more of these rockets. One more of these rockets. No, two more rockets we're going to need to launch in order to sort of clear the backlog of stuff. Let's just launch straight away. I mean, this may be a little bit presumptive of success. However, I'm an optimist. Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. Looks very good to me. Very, very, very good to me. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Hey, brilliant. That's a double successful mission, and we make a whole bunch of money. So we're back up to almost $50 million, which we're very, very happy about, obviously. Let me submit an offer to absolutely everything that I possibly can. We still do not have a capable rocket to launch the suborbital company's satellite into geostationary orbit. I don't think that I'm going to be able to unlock 4 advanced engines required for manual landing rockets. I don't think any of this stuff is going to help me get to... I can unlock 4 advanced engines. In fact, I think I can unlock everything here. Let's unlock all of the modules. But I don't think it's going to be enough to get me to geostationary orbit. Advanced computer. Yeah, let's see if we can try and get an advanced computer. We're about to, well, we're not far off 2005, so we got to make sure that we try and get a rocket unlocked before then. Right, we've unlocked all of the modules. That's brilliant. Let's go into the new project mission to see if we can try and do something. So if I was to do capsules not supported, you need a battery and GPS. Ah, so I need to do that in capsule, correct? No module is unlocked. Have I not unlocked the battery module? I think I have unlocked the battery module. Have I not? Right, medium fuel tank. Medium fairing. 4 advanced engines. Geostationary orbit. Nothing. Battery. There we go. GPS. Altitude sensor. I mean, the problem is that I don't think any of these unlocks are going to help us get into geostationary orbit. I mean, even if I was to make the most powerful sort of computer that I could, the most powerful everything, yeah. So this will do capsules. That's cool. That will do a capsule on top of the rocket. So, you know, we'll be able to launch humans into space. That's kind of nice, I guess. However, we do not have that ability at the moment. Capsules only. I mean, this is something that we're definitely going to need to build. Space transport. Let's call this a space transport. So this will be a rocket that we will be able to launch to the ISS, presumably at some point, but we don't have the capability to build a capsule at the moment. Basically, the point that I'm trying to make is that I think we're pretty much stuffed for the suborbital company contract. There is almost no way that we can do that. Right, bump that up to max. United Sky. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I ain't able to launch anything into geostationary orbit. It's just not possible. It's just not possible, I'm afraid. Anyway, I don't think that there's any other... I don't think there's any other contracts that can be completed at the moment. Yeah, everything else is available in either 2005 or 2006. So we just need to keep on top of the... Just keep on top of the contracts and make sure that everything is working out. Research-wise, we need to make sure that that's all working. I will build a couple of middle-of-the-space rockets, because I know we're going to need them. And also, you know what we should probably do? We should probably see if we can try and get some space transports. Although, again, I don't really want to... Dude, does the space transport need to launch into geostationary orbit? It might need to launch into geostationary orbit, so we might just need bigger and better rocket engines before we can do anything about that. Wow, okay, so I actually submitted one of the most expensive bids. In fact, the most expensive bid. I should have played that a little bit more coyly. Right, cool. Let's hit 2005. 2005 is when we unlock some new stuff. Also, research points. Research points are nice. What is the last upgrade that we need? We need 3 contracts. Okay, so I actually just need more contracts. Right. New payloads. Brilliant. Lots and lots of new payloads. Right. Can I submit an offer? Yeah, I'll submit an offer there. Submit an offer here. Yeah, you know what? $9 million. Sure. Let's do it. Hopefully we get another couple of contracts. We got another contract, I think. But we didn't get that Air Force one. That's not a problem at all. If I go into company progress. Yeah, we've got the contract bit. So all we need to do is launch another couple of medium Earth orbit rocket launches, which is brilliant because that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. That's the space transport. That's not exactly what I'm interested in. Reliability is 100%, which is just great. We're able to fit 2 satellites on all of these rockets, I do indeed believe. So we're going to be able to launch with, I mean, ridiculous efficiency. We're not going to static fire. We don't need to. Not with a reliability of 99. Not with a reliability of 99%. Hey, and what do you know? That's level 5. So this is going to give us all of the kit that I think we need to land the rockets, which is very, very, very cool. Yeah, land with 1 rocket, get 3 contracts, unlock all modules. Right, I mean, let's unlock the modules right now, right? Simple parachutes, simple antenna, and the small battery. Oh, and it keeps going. And now we need aluminium grid fins. Cool. Or aluminum grid fins. However you'd like to say it, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Yeah, we'll get that done in just a second. However, I want to finish up launching the rest of this stuff. I want to get all of my sort of contracts cleared. There we go. Let's get this launched. And all right, fine. We're gonna need to get another rocket. Middle of space, middle of space. I'll build 2 more. Sure. Set up 2 more middle of space rockets to be built, just so that we can get that done. We're up past $55 million, which I must say is very, 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 very nice. And let's get the grid fins unlocked as well. And so that is level 5. Nice and squared away. Brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Well, you know what? I think we can make ourselves a brand new rocket. I mean, we probably just want to modify the middle of space. I say modify the middle of space. We can make middle of space MK2. And so this, I think, will include a bunch of large capsule landing rockets. Yeah, we're going to need that. Required for medium rockets. Manual landing rockets. Yep. Grid fins. Manual landing legs. Small battery. And we're going to need a GPS and also an altitude sensor as well. So that's going to have a 65% reliability. It's going to have partially a good reliability thanks to the reuse of the medium fairing and the medium fuel tank. So let's go and get that locked and loaded. I'm going to queue up a whole bunch of these rockets because I need to build them all. Let's build 1 and then we'll do it. It's going to take quite a long time in order to build all of these rocket components. I will say it will take a while. But, I mean, that's totally fine. In the meantime, we can queue up a couple more middle of spaces and just get all of these contracts squared away. And we can see if there's any other contracts that we can submit for. Sure. I'll submit a little bit less for that. Small low Earth orbit. Oh, that's going to be a good contract to use the original Space the Movie rocket for. So that's pretty cool. Let's launch that rocket. Let's get to it. We've already submitted for that. Cool. And this is a medium Earth orbit contract. So, I mean, you know what? Let's try and make a little bit of money, but not... Yeah, let's not get greedy. Let's not get greedy about this. Right. Brilliant. What can I say? I'm very, very happy with how this is going. Very, very happy. Okay, I think the first Middle of Space Mark II has just... Yep, it's just finished construction, which is wonderful. Turn expendable. I don't want to turn it expendable. I do not want to turn it expendable. So, I think that each and every time that we reuse a rocket after landing it, I think the condition is going to decrease. So that's okay. Landing zone, we'll get it to land on the barge. That's kind of cool, right? Vandenberg. Baikonur. I mean, that's in Kazakhstan, I believe. Vandenberg, sure. Let's flip and do it. And then, and let's see how it goes. Okay, middle of space is done. Brilliant. So, let's go and have a little look at this one. Alright, so we're launching from Vandenberg. The barge is at the other side. The barge is over here. The barge is over there. So, I mean, that's not brilliant, I must say. Oh, look at that. Look at that, though. That looks brilliant. It looks brilliant. Oh, no, there's a barge over here. Brilliant. There's a secondary barge. So there's a 65% success chance on this run. And it's only a little bit of concrete that we're putting into orbit. And a rocket landing. No! No. Was I supposed to do something with that? I kind of clicked it. But I mean, that was brilliant. Okay, let's build another one. So the reliability is up to 69%. That's cool. Space transport, you know, to be honest, we should probably just ditch the space transport because the space transport is going to need some new tech on it anyway. Is there anything that I can launch? Yep, there is one thing that I can launch. Wait, hold on. Is that suborbital company? Is that a low Earth? Is that a low Earth orbit thing? Yes, abort that rocket launch. Can I instead launch the satellite? Yes, I can totally launch the satellite on the smaller rocket, which is going to keep the cost of the launch down. Brilliant. Okay, and in the meantime, the Middle of Space Mark II can fly again. So we're going to launch this one, and we'll launch from Cape Canaveral this time. We'll launch with a little bit of concrete on, and we'll land on the barge. Okay, cool. We can just launch this straight away. 96% chance is high enough for me to hopefully get things done. We are going to static fire the middle of space. We should be launching from here, right? Yeah, brilliant. And then we'll get ready for this show. So I think it's the barge over here that we're probably going to be landing on, because this one seems a little bit too close to the shore. All right, brilliant. That was the small rocket that we just launched. That was the Space the Movie one. All right, let's see how this goes. Alright, so I just need to click that. Oh my goodness. And we actually did it. We actually managed to nail the landing. That's brilliant. That is absolutely spectacular. And so we ended up landing the rocket, and that means that we don't lose as much money as we usually would. Fantastic. Not to mention the fact that we also, what is it? It's this button. It's not that button. Also, I should do that. What button am I looking for? Yeah, that one. Yeah, we actually totally ended up landing the rocket, which means that we fulfill one of our mission objectives. Brilliant. Launch one cargo capsule. I mean, I don't think I can actually launch the cargo capsule. I can do that. I can do that because I've unlocked the light body. Let's bump up the light body. Required for capsules, sure. And, yeah, okay, so we've got 2 of the 3... In fact, we got a load of components that we can turn into capsules. Let's do that. Let's absolutely do that. So, reliability of 69%, That's not half bad. 77% condition, that one. So, yeah, we're gonna need to, we don't have to reuse it, but we will reuse it, because why the heck wouldn't we? It's a flippin' free rocket, right? Okay, let's negotiate for this. Let's not make as much money. Still no ability to launch a, still no ability to launch a geostationary orbit. What do I need to fulfill? I just need more contracts. I need more contracts, and I need to launch a capsule. Right, well, should we see if we can try and launch a capsule, eh? We can make a capsule. Let's call this the Fireball. If I was a person, or if indeed I was some cargo, I probably wouldn't want to ride in a capsule called the Fireball. Gotta be honest, but that's okay. Anyway, let's get it built, and then we'll see if we can stick it somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna stick it, but we're gonna stick it somewhere. Do we need to launch anything else? Any other rockets? No. All of the contracts are either waiting for stuff to happen or have already been completed. I do not want to negotiate for this because we do not have any capable rockets. Right, so let's see where we can put the Fireball. The Fireball, I think, will probably need, like, a bespoke connection. There we go. So, let me have a little look. Yeah, launch here. No vehicles found. Yeah, so as suspected, we do actually need the space transporter. So what I think we want to do is I think we want to make the Middle of Space Mark III. Middle of Space Mark III. Because we want to reuse all of the tech that we've learned so much about. There we go. Yeah, we want to reuse all of the tech that we've learned so much about recently. So, let's do that. And so this is going to be our capsule transportation vehicle. Let's get that locked and loaded. We still have the Middle of Space Mark II to launch any satellites that we need to now. We're probably going to start retiring the Middle of Space Mark I. It is a phenomenally successful rocket, 99% reliability, very, 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 very good. However, it's not reusable, and it costs a heck of a lot more than the Middle of Space Mark II. Even at 69% reliability, it's still more efficient, I think, to launch Middle of Space Mark IIs. We're also probably going to need to build some more of these, but, you know, we'll get to that later. The Middle of Space Mark III, for now, is what we need in order to get to the next level. So, let's see if we can launch it. We're going to launch it. We're going to launch the Fireball. Lovely. Is there anything that we're going to... Everyday stickers. All right. We can stick some stickers in there. And let's get you to launch to the barge. Sure, let's flip and do this. Let's absolutely flip and do this. Oh, look at that. The rocket is being erected on the pad. That is wonderful. Well, let's static fire this since we still need as much data as we possibly can, especially given this rocket is brand new. We need as much data as possible. I mean, this could all completely end in failure. If it does, I'll be very, very upset. Man, that is some sight. That is some sight to behold, especially at night. It's wonderful. Right, so you're gonna go and spread your wings. Wonderful. We're gonna come down here. Gonna get ready to land. Unpack the legs. And nail the landing. Brilliant. What a fantastic success. Also, where's the satellite gone? The satellite has gone into space somewhere. I don't know where it was going, but we absolutely succeeded in accomplishing all of our objectives, which is wonderful. We just need to get another contract now, which is totally fine. Sure, submit an offer for that, submit an offer for that, and submit an offer for that. I don't really care about making that much money. That's probably not a great business practice. If you're a shareholder in the company, don't listen to what I just said, please. Because, yeah, I'm not that bothered about making money. Can you believe that? Let's upgrade the reliability. Ooh, what is this? ISS Commercial Resupply Services. Hey, you've proven that you can launch rockets and cargo capsules. For this reason, you were chosen by the creator of this game to regularly supply the International Space Station for several years. You're forced to do this because I've not programmed the option to refuse, and the game without this mission would be boring. Quite right. Okay, brilliant. We need to launch 3 cargo capsules to the ISS now. The ISS is chilling just up in space over here. And apparently the Fireball is actually docked with it. Okay, so I didn't even realize that the Fireball had arrived at the ISS, I didn't even realize that it was going there. But there we go. Okay, we got some new payloads in 2006. Most of these are sort of legacy contracts, but that's fine. You were fined 15% of each payload because you didn't launch these payloads in time. Go and grab the contracts. Yeah, I know. I'm on it. I'm on it. Cool. So, let me see what we can do. We want to... Dock to ISS will come back soon. Okay, brilliant. So we can just relaunch that as and when we need it, I believe. This is the same rocket that we had last time. Vehicle connector will need to be rebuilt or whatever, but that's totally fine. Okay, Middle of Space Mark II. Let's relaunch this, and let's relaunch it with some brand new satellites. Right, we're gonna need to make some more Vehicle of Space Mark IIs. Yeah, just build these two that we've got chilling around over here. Brilliant. Let's get to it. The Fireball is about to return to Earth. Good stuff. Let's static fire this, and then let's immediately launch. We do need to launch a lot of satellites. A lot of satellites. It's our capsule! Look at that! Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. I cannot believe how much stuff is going on right now. It's good, though. It's really, really good. I mean, we need a lot of these contracts to go off. I mean, it may not look like it, but I do think that we are in a little bit of a precarious financial situation right now. It's not exactly brilliant, but we've got some time. We've got some time in our hands, especially given that we've got a couple of reused rockets as well, which we can use to launch all of these satellites. We should be able to clear the backlog pretty darn quickly. Yeah, so let's launch you, launch that. Brilliant. And let's get you to launch. Is there any way that we can launch two satellites at the same time? Not really. They're all pretty big, beefy satellites, but that's fine. Okay, so we're constructing our third Middle of Space Mark II. The capsule is ready to launch. We can also launch the Middle of Space Mark III. Let's launch that. Let's launch the Fireball, ISS resupply, and some stickers. Why the heck not? Let's launch that at Balkanor Cosmodrome. Static fire. Whoa! Middle of Space Mark II. That is a failure. And that is a loss of $12 million. Who forgot to install the landing legs? Oh. Wait. That was a complete failure. That wasn't even the problem of the landing legs. That was just a fault of the fact that the fact of the matter is that the rocket, I was going to say aircraft, is pretty. It's not unbelievably well flown. It's quite new. Yeah, we'll set up a new dude to be built, and we'll do that. Brilliant, and we'll get you launched as well. Okay, I want to watch this rocket land just to make sure that I can absolutely watch it. We'll get ready to static fire this one as well. That one I meant. And then we'll come down here and click this. Brilliant. Then we will launch you. Brilliant. And we will come over here. Hopefully this will be a success. It wasn't a success. Wowzers. Okay, so that was 2 failures in a row. That's a bit of a bummer. That is a real bummer. All right, that is what it is. This is the important one. This is the important one that we really need to be ready for. Let's launch the Middle of Space Mark III. This has got a capsule on it. This is going to the ISS. This is an important one. More important than the normal rocket launches, I would say. It's our first ISS. Look at that. It's actually got the blackened shell. That is such a great attention to detail. I like that a lot. There we go. And we have landed. Wonderful. Okay, so that's another Mark III that we're going to have access to in the future there. And we should indeed see the Fireball dock with the ISS. And that's a good chunk of change that is going to be coming in for us, which is lovely. Very, very nice indeed. Let me go and see what we need to do. It's one more capsule. One more capsule is what we need. All right, let's travel back to America. Drive back to America and see what we can do in terms of launching more of the Middle of Space. This is the Middle of Space Mark II and is pretty pretty bad, actually. Pretty bad condition, but that's fine. You've got a 93% chance of success now. That's wonderful. Do that. We're repairing this at the moment. I think we're going to need to try and launch... In fact, maybe I just launch this last rocket. So this is the original middle of space. We might as well just use this... We'll just get rid of this. Sure. We'll just, you know, we'll launch a whole bunch of satellites on this rocket. Let's just freaking do it. Let's just freaking do it. We're launching 4 satellites on that rocket. Can you believe that? That's kind of bonkers. Yeah, so this one doesn't need a static fire. This one can just go because it's got a 99% reliability. You can go as well. I need to make sure that we stay on top of where this rocket launches from, because it's very, very important, because we actually care about reusing it. The original middle of space, I mean, that was never going to be converted for, it was never going to be converted for, oh, $50 million. Very, very nice. That was, the old type of rocket was never going to be converted to reusability, and so, frankly, doesn't really matter. Also, I haven't been paying attention to contracts. Let me pay attention to contracts just briefly. I'll make a couple of offers. Brilliant. Another mission completely successful. That's the way that I like it. Right. Do we have the ability to relaunch or to launch another ISS mission? I don't think so. I don't think that that's an ability that we have, which is a real shame because I like $20 million. That's a very nice thing to have. Right. We just need to launch one more cargo capsule though, so I think we're just going to do it. Yeah, launch the Fireball, launch it from Vandenberg. In fact, launch it from Cape Canaveral, because that's where I am right now. We'll put everyday stickers in the capsule, and we'll just get to it. What's the reliability of this? It's still 66%. However, given the amount that it's flown, I think when we actually go to build a brand new rocket, it should have more than that. It should be fine. I mean, this thing will probably blow up on this occasion, but that's okay. Hey! And what do you know? We've hit level 7. Wonderful. Do I still have access to that silly contract? Without the... No, I don't. I don't. That's totally fine. Totally, totally fine. Yeah. Good. Okay. Finish out the launch of the capsule. And then let me just land us. To make sure that everything goes fine. Come down and land. Oh, you overshot dramatically there. It was a partial success. I mean, it was a success in as much as it was a success. It was a success. We got the payload off into orbit, but, you know, we lost the rocket. I mean, to be honest, that's kind of okay. We needed to build a brand new rocket anyway. I don't want to set it up to be built quite yet, because I maybe want to end up upgrading some of the parts, but that's okay. Cool. This is a pretty good rocket now. I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Can we launch some satellites? We can indeed. Brilliant. A 4 satellite rocket. That's exactly what we like to see. And we'll launch you as well. And we'll launch you from Vandenberg. Brilliant. So 2 really, really important launches. We're at $61 million, by the way, so that's not too shabby. What do we need for the next level? Unlock all modules. Easy peasy. Let's do that. Large fuel tank and 9 advanced engines. Let's get those upgraded as well. Let's also go back to... Oh, I can build a simple launch pad. Very cool. Might want to use that. Let's go and see if we can get some upgrades to all of these things. Not enough skill points. Okay, well, we upgraded what we can. Max factories, max launches at the same time. Cool. All of that is good stuff. Launch one geostationary... Or what? Launch one rocket into geostationary orbit. Again, it's going to be a modified middle of space Mark IV. It's kind of peculiar. I don't really understand why. Don't understand why I've stuck with this middle of space thing. Oh goodness gracious me! Look at how tall that rocket is. Okay, cool. There we go. I mean, that is a pretty big rocket. It will allow us to launch stuff into the middle of space. Okay, and it's got a reliability of 83%, which is actually better than the middle of space Mark III, which is kind of unbelievable, frankly, but that's fine. Is this the middle of space Mark II that we're launching? I'm going to static fire both of these just to make sure that I know what's going on. And let's build the Middle of Space Mark IV. I really do need a better naming convention than what we currently have. This is a pretty abysmal naming convention. It's confusing and it's ridiculous, but it's fine. Okay, I just need to make sure that I stay on top of the barge situation. Make sure that I don't let any of the barges go. Also, yeah, queue up you for building. Middle of Space Mark IV needs to be built. Right, land there, land there. Brilliant. Double success at the same time. Oh, it's glorious. Oh, it is glorious. How wonderful. How unbelievably wonderful. Bish, bash, bosh. We are now an 87 millionaire. That's right, I said it. It's true. Right, contracts. We need contracts. I need to... Sure, submit some more offers. Large, low Earth orbit. I don't have the capability to launch any large payloads at the moment. Very sorry to anyone who's interested in that service. The Fireball's about to return to Earth. That's exactly what we like to see. Still going strong, by the way. The original OG capsule. Okay. And that wasn't my Fireball exploding. No. Unbelievably, it wasn't. 83% reliability. Let's test out some concrete. Let's launch from Cape Canaveral. This is going to be the geostationary rocket, and might I say that that is quite a rocket to behold. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I would expect this rocket to go up fairly high. Okay, I have to stay on the ISS for another 4 months. I'm very afraid that I'll never be able to meet her again. Because of this fact, please put it on your next ISS mission. Right, so I'm going to send a cat to space. To the International Space Station. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. We'll deal with level 8 in just a second. Let me just deal with the fact that we've got a orbit, or we're about to have a geostationary rocket. Because this is going to turn around, I think, and come back to land at the landing zone. Yeah, now we're talking. So it should be landing zone over here. And it looks fine to me. At least for the moment. Contracts? Any contracts? Let me just deal with this. Sure. There we go. Yes, looking good, looking good. Looking good. Nice. Okay, so that was the inaugural flight of the Middle of Space Mark IV. It went tremendously well. So now we can do geostationary... Now we can do geostationary payloads. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Very, very exciting, in fact. Okay, we still have some more satellites that we can launch with the Middle of Space Mark II. So let's go and do that. I guess I probably want to land at landing zone 1. It just seems better. Better to launch from and land on. What do we need to do in order to get level 8, by the way? I should have paid attention to that. Okay, we can unlock the camera, which is cool. There's the astronaut's cat, and we can have some more offices. I mean, I haven't really paid attention to offices. It gives us more negotiation power in contract negotiations. Okay, that's cool. I guess I'll build some more offices. I don't really feel like I'm that... I don't really feel like I'm doing that poorly in terms of money, but that's okay. Do we put Fireball on the... Do we put the cat on the Fireball rocket? I also need a brand new vehicle. Yeah. So let's build the Middle of Space Mark III, which is our capsule rocket. Let's launch the Middle of Space Mark II. Yeah, so this is a Middle of Space Mark II. Brilliant. Let that go 3 times speed. Should come back to Cape Canaveral. Brilliant. Whoa. There we go. Thank goodness. Just managed. Brilliant. Stonks. Let me have a little look at Stonks, boy. What's going on? Hey! Top of the list for flights. That's brilliant. Contracts. No, not super great. And financially, we're not doing too badly. Although still way less liquid than a bunch of my competitors. Right. Let's submit a bid for that. To be frank, I'm not really that bothered about... how things go. There we go. But, you know, we'll just keep on bidding. I'm making a ridiculously large amount of money. Right, let's launch the Middle of Space Mark III with the Fireball on. 99 years left to deliver this cat. I hate to break it to you, video game, but this cat's probably not going to be alive for 99 more years. However, I like the optimism. It does kind of worry me that I could destroy this cat, given that this rocket's reliability is only 66%. This is by far the most unreliable rocket that we launch semi-regularly. Given that I don't regularly launch capsules to the ISS... Oh, we've done it. Brilliant. Thank goodness. Given that we don't regularly launch capsules to the ISS, it's kind of understandable about why it is the least regularly launched rocket. But still. Right, I mean, what do we have to do? Launch 5 geo rockets. And we need to have more factories. Cool. Right, land that there. Let's build some more factories, shall we? There we go. That will get us over the line. I do indeed believe. Wonderful. And now we just need to launch 5 geo rockets. Alright, it was a partial success. Look, as long as the cat got to the space station, I'm frankly not that bothered. Not that bothered. Not that bothered at all. Right, we need to launch as many of these Mark IVs as we possibly can. So I'm actually going to build 2 brand new vehicles, and we're just going to try and launch these guys as quickly as we possibly can. I mean, the reliability is already really, really high. I know it's maybe a little bit of a waste of money to make more rockets than I need. However, I'm quite keen to make as many as I possibly can because I need to. There we go. Brilliant. And I'm almost certain that a bunch of these rockets are going to end up getting destroyed anyway, so we're going to need to get more. Right. Landing zone 1. Brilliant. Static fire. And then launch. No. I want to launch from Cape Canaveral, like, all the time. Because I'm right here, and then I can pause the game, and then just do the landing leg thing. Okay. Launch you. Landing zone 1. Brilliant. I mean, that's already a significant chunk of the way through. Screw it. I'll go over to Vandenberg. That's already a significant part of the way through the launch procedure process for the mission. There we go. Nailed it. Double success. Is that us? Not quite there. Not quite there yet. We're very, very close. Did I perhaps not launch a geo orbit? Oh yeah, it's medium into Leo. I don't really want to do that, to be honest. Small low Earth orbit test flight. No, I want to do a big one. I want to do a big one. This is an expensive rocket to launch. I don't know why I'm launching with this, but that's okay. Medium ISS. Okay, I will offer you 0 for that. I will offer you 0 for that. I mean, look, this is an absolute steal. I will do it for free. I will do it for free. NASA, I mean, I could gouge you, but I'm not going to. I'll give it to you for 0. I'll give it to you for 0. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Even though we're actually launching to medium Earth orbit, apparently that counts towards Geo. There we go. Nailed it. Brilliant. Okay, so we hit level 10. We need to unlock all of the modules required for auto-landing rockets. Don't mind if I do. Automatic landing legs. Brilliant. And an advanced battery as well. Let's get all of those upgraded to the maximum level. And then we're just going to hit level 11, just like that. Reusable rocket is required to recover the fairings. Brilliant. Let's upgrade that as well. Launch 3 rockets at the same time. Catch 5 fairings. All right, well, this is going to require a brand new rocket. You're gosh darn right. It's going to be the Middle of Space Mark V. Okay, so let's get medium fairings, large fuel tank, advanced computer, 9 engines, titanium fins, yep. Automatic landing legs, advanced battery, reusable fairings, altitude sensor, camera, and all of the stuff that goes into a good rocket. This is, you know, this is the top of space. This is the top of space. This is the very best. This is the very best of the best. Apart from the fact that maybe we require a slightly larger fairing. That's about it, really, as far as I'm concerned. So let's build one of these brand new vehicles. It's gonna take a while to build, but that's fine. Also, contract-wise, yeah, contract-wise, we need to get as many contracts as we possibly can, purely because I need them. We required to launch another satellite. All right, what do you need me to do? I'll launch it. We can do anything. Launch now? Sure. I'll launch it on an old Mark IV. I say an old Mark IV. We're moving to a situation where the top of space is going to become the new standard for rockets. Easy. I didn't even pause there. All right, brilliant. So, the top of space is just about finished. Excuse me? You want to launch from where I am? Oh, we don't even have any hangar space. Well, that's okay. I can build a hangar, I think, right? Yeah, there we go. Build a hangar. Move to the hangar. Wonderful. And then let's launch the very best rocket that we actually have. And we'll see how it goes, right? So hopefully, I should just be able to make as many of these rockets as possible and just sort of pump out the contracts. The reliability is a little bit low, but we'll see how it goes. All right, launch. Where are we doing this? Oh, it's over here. All right. The fairings were caught. And we landed. And also there was a little webcast on there because we had the camera. Okay, I should have watched the camera more closely, but that's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, let's let these automatic landing legs get finished up. NASA, small low Earth orbit. I mean, I will absolutely gouge your eyes out. No, I'm not going to do that. Somebody's already submitted a lower contract, so I'm not going to do that. Sure. Okay, move that to the hangar. Now let's actually watch this rocket launch because I didn't launch it launch last time. Okay, in fact, you know what? We'll watch two. Okay, static fire both of these. Static fire, launch, and let's go and have a little look. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We actually get a wonderful little little camera system over here. How cool is that? That is unbelievable. Man, I love that. Oh, that is brilliant. That is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Fairings look like they're going to be caught. We're now jetting back to the launch point. Oh, look, you can see it. We're going to land. Don't hit the airplane. Oh, how cool is this? This is just the coolest. Oh, it even lags when there's to like simulate the sort of like loss of connection of signal. That's very, very cool indeed. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so I mean, the fact that the top of space can land itself is just, I mean, it's just fantastic. The reliability is also pretty darned high at the moment. I am gonna do a couple of. Looks good. I am going to do a couple more static fires just to make sure that the reliability is exactly where we want it to be. But no matter. How are we doing collecting the fairings? Catch 5 of them. We're trying our best, but it ain't that easy. Let's continue to launch the top of space, even if it's just with concrete, because I need to catch the fairings. Also, contracts. Sure, I'll submit myself. Another couple of contracts. We'll just launch. Not even going to bother with the static fire. Let's just freaking do it. We're about to hit level 12, and that is brilliant. Okay. Looks like we caught a significant number of fairings there. And by significant number, I mean we caught 1 fairing, which is great. And let's immediately see if we can try and relaunch these rockets, because All we're after is the fairings. Brilliant. Launch, 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 launch. We don't even need to static fire. We're all about the launches here. Alright, one failed, but that's okay. Error 404, rocket not found. Okay, boosters connector, required for side booster rockets, the Falcon Heavy Boy. That's right, the Falcon flippin' heaven boy. Heavy boy. And we have a special mission to launch a car. Alright, cool. Well, I mean, look, I think this is a pretty darn good point to wrap up this little playthrough of the game. This is a cracking little game. I mean, we haven't even got to the end of it, and it's constantly being updated. I'm now in the game, which is just the greatest. I feel like we are almost at the end of the game, though, at least in its present form. I'm sure the game will be updated with lots more content in the future. As I say, developer, very, very sound guy. And this game is just fantastic. I love it. It's just a really, really nifty little management tycoon game. It's brilliant. I love it to bits. It's EarthX. Ladies and gents, thanks as ever for watching this video. If you're interested in helping me out, helping me make videos like this, then check out the Patreon link in the description. But for now, and from me, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.